Now that you know the basics of how to navigate and use the creation of a new 3D design, manipulating your work plane, resizing your grid plane, grouping and regrouping objects that you drag in, deleting them, combining them, creating new shapes from multiple images. Now I want to show you where to find further tutorials because you will only get so far. In a course like this, if you run into more questions, it's nice to know where you can find them in Tinkercad. Where I usually go to and send my students to is this area up here called Learn. So if I choose Learn, you'll have the option of either learning about 3D designs or circuits. I will show you where circuits are, although I do not use circuits in my class. I do not teach that content area. It does look really interesting and engaging though. So we'll take a brief look at that in another tutorial. But down below, you have the option of choosing many different basic teaching tools within Tinkercad. So I'm going to choose one that I do with my students, a name tag, or a keychain. So I'm going to open this up, and it's going to step by step take me through creating and manipulating a keychain. And so instead of me just having my tools and me wondering what to do, it gives me a sandbox to play in, so to speak, with multiple letters already out in front of me where I can just spell out my name or bring in new lettering. So if I were to do that, I would just drag an S, an H. Oops. I accidentally resized the H. So what I'm going to do, because I don't want to mess with it, I'm going to undo that just to reconfigure everything and drag my S in, hopefully, drag my H in, A, W, and you can change these colors if you want. If you're 3D printing though, you wouldn't really worry about changing the color because the color of your print would be whatever filament was in your printer. And now I could move these around and space them out just so. But for right now, I've done essentially what it's asked me to. So I've put my letters in a row. I'm going to go to the next, and you can see it just simply walks me through dragging and dropping. Now it did ask me to do a different name. I jumped a little bit ahead of the tutorial, so since I'm just learning about this, I would actually want to drag the letters that they are asking me to drag into the work plane. So I would want to drag a K in and spell the name they were asking. And as I keep going, it's going to just take me through sizing and resizing the object, selecting it, the entire thing, and grouping it eventually. And I'm going to change it back to my name just because that's not how you spell Sean or Kate. There you go. And I'm going to get to the point where it's asking me to either size or resize, but in order to do that, since my name doesn't fill the whole grid, I'm going to choose this and slide this in. There we go. That's what it was asking me to do. And then select everything that's in there, and I'm going to group it. And then I'm actually going to get rid of all these other letters that I don't need, because otherwise the program would see them, like it's asking me to. Yay, and then I have completed the tutorial. So I just walked through a very simple one. I knew how to do it, so I jumped ahead a couple times, but you can see how it spells Sean instead of Katie, obviously. This is just a tutorial. Once you're done, this is not going to be part of your Tinkercad 3D designs. You can go in and make your own, though. You could easily copy this, hit Control C and Control Paste this into your own document. But this is just a very simple way to introduce the tutorials. Again, the place that you find those tutorials is back on your Tinkercad homepage, as long as I can get there, and it will be under Learn. So if you need a little extra help and you're maybe a little lost after listening to my videos and you need a little further instruction, this is where you would find them. And there are many more than this too as you get into the different things like projects and things of that nature, where you can actually create more complex structures from simpler shapes as well, where it actually shows you how to build a Tinkercad house and size it, more complex keychain, space station, and so on. But that is the Learn section of Tinkercad.